Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. The next couple of days, we're going to have a lot of additional extra, that is, videos coming out. We're going to have a lot of extra videos because there's a lot of stuff happening. We are in a state of absolute constitutional war right now. The forces of evil have decided they're coming at us full speed. They're not going to stop. In fact, they are now picking it up. Now, I want to say this. I am not encouraging, inciting, promoting, glamorizing in any way saying do anything violent, illegal, unlawful, harmful, or dangerous. I am extremely frustrated and pissed off, though. But that doesn't mean I'm doing anything wrong, nor am I going to do anything wrong or illegal. I just want you to understand that I am at the 100% level where it is now thinking completely strategically about what is going to happen in our future and what we're going to have to do to protect our liberties. There is a war. It is on. I see where this is going, and they have now decided they're not turning back. I want to start with this. In Kenosha, Wisconsin, we have their prosecutor going after Kyle Rittenhouse. And during his closing arguments, folks, he picked up the AR-15 that belonged to Kyle Rittenhouse. He pointed it around the courtroom, swung it around with his finger on the trigger. I want to do this. Did the aforementioned idiot prosecutor check to ensure the chamber was empty? You know, as he was trying to say, is anyone familiar with basic gun safety? He was talking about how gun safety this and gun safety that. Did he insert a plastic safety device into the chamber? As anyone familiar with basic gun safety would have done in a classroom environment, right? Or, folks, did he recklessly endanger the people in that court, including the judge and the defendant and other attorneys? Did he recklessly endanger them if he didn't perform these safety maneuvers, these safety actions, right? How about this? Would he be charged if the gun went off in the courtroom? That is to say, he didn't check. There was a round chambered. He put his finger on the trigger and he squeezed and fired off. What if he had shot somebody? This guy is a complete idiot, folks. He's a complete idiot. But be that as it may, folks, he said this: you cannot claim self-defense against a danger you create. Really? So you're saying Kyle Rittenhouse created George Floyd's fentanyl problem. Kyle Rittenhouse created the riots that developed after St. George Floyd expired. Kyle Rittenhouse is responsible for the violence that started in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Kyle Rittenhouse was responsible for the criminals and felons that showed up in Kenosha, Wisconsin, that committed more egregious acts of arson, looting, assaults. This is all Kyle Rittenhouse's fault. So because of that, he cannot claim self-defense against that which he created. Or was he there helping the people? Was he there protecting people? Was he there giving medical attention to people? Was he there removing graffiti? Yes, yes, yes. And people love to say, well, he was from Illinois. What was he doing in Wisconsin? Well, his dad lives in Wisconsin, Kenosha, Wisconsin. His dad and a lot of his family. So you could say, yeah, he actually does kind of live there, doesn't he? His mom may live in Illinois, but his dad lives in Kenosha. He is a minor. He's under 18, so he probably travels back and forth. Yeah, that is his hometown. Folks, they're doing everything they can to say that the Second Amendment and the right to self-defense does not apply. It is unbelievable, folks, what they are saying and what they want to do. Now, Beto O'Rourke, if you remember him, he was listen to me speak some really cool Spanish. I'm from Texas and I'm running for a seat in Congress. Well, he got his ass kicked there. Right, I believe he tried running for the president as a Democrat candidate, got his ass kicked there. And he has continued to say, he says now and continues to say, he said back then and continues to say, he was going after our Second Amendment right, after our guns. Folks, I want you to understand this. Know this is going to happen. Free states and the free people within those states are going to unite and reject communism and fascism. They're going to keep shoving it down our throats and we're going to reject it. Democrats, folks, are going to infiltrate our free states. Just like Beto O'Rourke, living in Texas, he is a communist. He is an infiltrator. If he took an oath to protect, if he swore an oath to protect, defend, and uphold the Constitution, and he's violating that oath, he is a traitor. If he hasn't taken an oath, or heaven forbid, crossed his fingers behind his back like any good communist would, then he is an infiltrator. Democrats are going to infiltrate our free states. The United States is no longer a free republic. It is now an occupied republic with the capital under communist control. But Democrats are going to continue to move into and try infiltrating the free states like the communist scum they truly are. And they will try and overtake city, county, and state offices and bureaucratic positions and push and continue to push and drive to push their sick, twisted agendas, mandates, and lockdowns and total control, right? The choice of whether or not to submit is ours. In Europe, folks, they're proposing permanent laws to create a second-class citizen grade. And that is for those who don't volunteer to submit to the Jim Jones juice. Well, you don't have to take it. You can just choose to be a second-class citizen and have your rights taken from you. Folks, punishment without crime is a crime. By refusing to obey a wish of the government, it does not give them authority to remove your rights. Rights are inalienable, but European governments are trying to make it look legal by having legislatures pass laws allowing legislatures to strip the unvaxxed of their rights, folks. And people can't object to the censorship that they're putting out, or they're going to be starved out. They're going to be starved out anyways. You're going to be a second-class citizen. You're going to be subject to their lockdown orders, subject to their travel restrictions, subject to their commercial, their employment restrictions. They can go up or down as they see fit, folks. A huge fight against evil is coming, and it's going to get nasty. It's going to happen in Europe. It's going to happen in Australia, and it's going to happen, and it's happening right now in the United States of America. Collectivist communist scum will never stop in Europe or in the United States of America. Beto O'Rourke and the whole lot of them, folks, Joe Biden, Dr. Anthony, all of them are complete and total Marxist, fascist scum. And they aren't quitting. They're coming after you right now. I'm going to continue to pound this, keep myself out of trouble, keep myself from saying the bad words, but it's coming, folks. They are not going to back off. Understand who you are and what you believe, folks. They say ridiculous shit, unbelievably ridiculous shit. Like if you don't get the Jim Jones juice, you have voluntarily given up your rights. No. You have just chosen not to take the Jim Jones juice. It has nothing to do with abandoning your rights or giving up your rights or forfeiting your rights. That is unconstitutional. It is a lie. It is sophistry. It is bullshit. And it is a crime. It is an absolute crime. And folks, the claim by the Kenosha prosecutor, quote, you cannot claim self-defense against a danger you create. We didn't create this firestorm of stupidity, this attack, this assault on our Constitution by communists. We didn't create that. They created it. And we have a right to self-defense and a right to protect our republic against their assaults. Get prepared. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense and a plan. Quit fucking around with it, folks. They are not. They're coming right at us, full speed ahead, and you're not going to believe the shit I'm going to tell you about in the next couple of videos. And then I'll see you, of course, for the afternoon monologue and Q&A. Between now and then, keep your eyes peeled, folks, and get a mindset that we are in a war. And it is a war of words, a war of communication, a war of information. It is psychological operations against us, trying to convince us that if we don't accept their commands, that we abandon our rights. That if they create a bad situation and we try and protect ourselves, then We have caused the problem. These are all fucking lies. Stand up, be American, be loud, be proud, get prepared, prep to action. Do not violate the law. Do not do anything harmful or dangerous, but understand who is doing things harmful and dangerous and who is violating our law, the law of the land, the United States Constitution, which is very clear, folks, about restricting the government. It's very clear. It is not vague. It is extremely clear and transparent that our rights shall not be infringed and that the government must yield to the Constitution. And a fake emergency, a proposed emergency, a claimed emergency by the government does not negate, remove, or even temporarily suspend our constitutional rights. And at some point, folks, you're going to have to stand up, say no, and take action. Get ready for it.